Matt, our first signing of the January window, Offrande Zanzala on loan from Barrow. Explain a little bit about why he was a player that you were keen on.
Well, we actually looked at him in the summer, finished the season quite strongly at Carlisle, and has got certain attributes on a football pitch which can't be underestimated. A real physical player, a real handful. So he was in demand in the off-season, or the last window, so to speak, and obviously ourselves and a lot of other clubs lost out to Barrow in terms of gaining his signature. And he's probably had a difficult start to his career at Barrow so far. So his name came up again in conversation, and the fact that he was available made us want to move towards it. We know the situation in terms of Sam Nombe's current hamstring injury, and obviously our not lack of firepower at the top of the pitch, but another player of that ilk and that physicality, and a target man as such, a battering ram, and Ozzy certainly fits the bill.
I think from a few clips we've seen as well, it's not just about his goal scoring, but it's about that space he creates for other players in the box, because the defenders often target him because of his size.
Yeah, look, he's got to come in and disrupt the opposition back lines, whether it's a back four, back three. He's got to create a bit of havoc, a bit of mess there, and create space as well. And we know we've got good players who operate in the space, in the layers below that top line, certainly in terms of MJ and Giovanni Brown. So we're really excited in terms of what he can bring. He's not played enough football as of yet this season, so we've got to somehow get him fully up to speed, and trust his body in relation to that, because the last thing you want to do is bring a player in and then they break down straight away. And it's strengthened our front line, and the good news is that Sam's not too far away as well. So a new signing through the door is vitally important, certainly at an early stage in January, and then we really hope Sam can come back and affect it as well.
And obviously you mentioned it's another option up front, potentially to play alongside or instead of Podge, Giovanni, Ben Seymour, all up top.
Yeah, we've got options now, something we didn't feel we quite had the last few weeks. I mean, the last few weeks has been so disjointed anyway with the COVID situation and the injuries. It just strengthens the squad, and if we were light in any positions the last couple of weeks, we certainly felt he's been top on the pitch, and generally we've scored goals this season. We want more goals and more opportunities to score goal, but more influence in terms of pitch. And like I say, he's got certain attributes which other players within our squad certainly haven't got, and we're going to try and recapture that form he had to a certain extent at Carlisle last season, and the reason why so many teams wanted to sign him in the off-season.
You've spoken before about in January that clubs are often, or managers, keen to potentially keep hold of players in this window, so obviously we're grateful to Barrow for allowing this to happen. Yeah,
I mean, there's always reasons why players are available. Let's be honest, Ozzy and Barrow probably haven't felt he's quite worked out from at this point in terms of his career at Barrow, and it's given us this opportunity. So in terms of the market, it's still a strange market. I think there's a lot of people are waiting to see if they can strengthen before they let players out on loan. So it's important we've got a bit of business done early in the window, like I just alluded to, and hopefully it won't be our last bit of business as well. Hopefully there's options and opportunities for more players to come in the door and affect the squad in a positive manner. So like I say, I use that word excited, it's a signing which will bring a different attribute to the team.
Obviously it's so important with a new signing that they gel with their new teammates quickly. We've seen that on the training pitch and when he was doing his interviews, some of the joking and laughing with some of the players already, which is so important. Yeah,
look, they're a good enough group. Let's be honest, in terms of not trying to persuade him to come to us, we had different options in terms of his loan move as well. And I got a couple of players to make a phone call to Ozzy as well, just to speak about what we do at Exeter City. He knows by playing against us what we're like as a team, and not too dissimilar to what he's experienced already. So hopefully it fits in well with the lads. I mean, you guys know as well as anyone, and I think our supporters start to feel the way the group interact together. But when you're down here from a long distance away and without your own support network, sometimes that can be difficult. So we've got to make him feel welcome, and allow him to provide his best football on the football pitch.
You sort of touched on it there, but obviously Barrow, as we know, is nowhere near Exeter, so he's made a big commitment and he's sort of bought into what you're trying to do now.
Yeah, I mean, he'd been commuting to Manchester where Barrow trained from Nottingham, so it's still a long way from Exeter, but let's be honest, when players come and sign for us, they're always moving a long distance. We've got him set up in a good enough accommodation in the city centre, so hopefully he enjoys his time down here. It's incredible to think about players coming down in the middle of winter when it's a little bit grim, but we know spring's around the corner, we know how beautiful Exeter is and the surrounding countryside to the region as well, so it's vitally important he enjoys his time down here, but he'll enjoy it if he gets the opportunity to play good football as well.
And of course, with no midweek games, a full week of training ahead of him before potentially getting his first minutes on Saturday. That
was an important aspect, getting it done over the weekend, and getting him down over the weekend and being able to train straight away on Monday, because then hopefully he gets 4 days under his belt before the first league game, obviously Scunthorpe this weekend, and where he's available for that one. So important to get him in the building as early as possible, and important to start building those relationships. You mentioned the off-pitch relationships. I'm concentrating on the on-field relationships. So partnerships and understanding how the team plays will only grow and enhance further with the more time he spends with us.